Well, hello. We have a DeAndre Swift signed jersey. All you have to do is be a subscriber for a chance to win. When we hit 2K, we'll give it away to one of you guys. All right, so I was actually at the Packers and Vikings game. Go Vikings, we're a 6th seed now. Wow, that was a fun game. Back and forth. There was actually some hostility towards Packers and Vikings fans. There was an awesome thing. I'll tell you actually what a Packers fan did that I really enjoyed and really liked at the game. I'll go through a little scenario here, but we're going to go through waiver wires because that's what you guys are here for. You guys are here for who to pick up, and there's not much to kind of explain or go through. I mean, there wasn't big injuries. Congratulations to whoever had Jonathan Taylor and Austin Eckler. You are likely either winners or have a really good chance to win going into Monday Night Football. 4 touchdowns for Eckler, 5 for Jonathan Taylor. I have a share of each one of those in a different league, and it is fun. Actually, I was at the Vikings game, and I just kept showing my wife. I was like, hey, look at, he's at 20, he's at 25, he's at 30, he's at 40, he's at 45, he's at 50. It was just like, geez. It was fun to see. It's always fun to have a guy when you're close to a championship. I've had that for me. A lot of times I've actually had that against me. Before we go into waivers, I had Doug Martin against me. He had like 52 against me at one point. I had Derrick Henry against Jacksonville against me in the playoffs. And if he would have had and I lost by like 2 points because of stupid Derrick Henry. I think that was Thursday Night Football. I was pretty sure that was Thursday Night Football. Right up, first going to the playoffs. Woo! Derrick Henry, like 50 some points. Like, well, that sucks. And I think that's it for big ones that have at least happened. I've been on the Todd Gurley aspect. If I had him in the championship game and he scored like 40 some points, that was fun. It's just, it's cool when you have somebody that just, I mean, you don't need much from everybody else. You just need that one player, that one big week. All right, waivers. Dontre Hilliard, Tennessee. I guess that's your he's a former Cleveland running back. It's who do you trust in Tennessee? I don't know if I can trust much going on in Tennessee. We don't know. I mean, again, you're just going to have to try to pick up everybody from Tennessee, and eventually maybe somebody will hit. I mean, we recommended Deontay Foreman last week, and then I think 3-4 weeks ago was Adrian Peterson. We don't know who to recommend. I don't think anybody does, and I think it will matter at some point. It just, you got to figure it out. It will eventually happen, but it's just a mess at this point. There is not much else out there besides Ty Johnson, Michael Carter, ankle injury, so that is a kind of an important injury. There's a lot of injuries that we can go through. The other one is basically an injury-based one, too, and that's Cedric Wilson, because no Amari Cooper because of the COVID protocol. And with CeeDee Lamb, the chances of him being in concussion protocol are actually pretty high. So he is likely not going to play the Thursday night, the Turkey Day game. And so Cedric Wilson is the potential pickup there. So you're talking about probably 1 week fill-ins for a lot of these guys. Maybe Ty Johnson fills in for more than a week. Maybe it's 2 weeks. And honestly, go through last week's video, 2 weeks ago. If any of those players are available, those players are the ones that I recommend over. Like the Freemans, the Jeff Wilsons, those guys should have been picked up in your league. And if not, then you're probably not playing a competitive league, because I was actually somebody picked up like Jeff Wilson week 4 because you just have to plan out way ahead of time. And Judy and all these different injuries, you just got to plan ahead and really get these players early. And so Gronk is expected to play tonight. So Monday night preview kind of thing. Chris Godwin, still game time decision. Antonio Brown is out. Antonio Brown, I understand the issues. He's got now this fake vax card stuff. We're not going to get into that detail. But he is somebody I would trade for. He was a top 10 wide receiver 3 of his first weeks. For 3 of his first 5 weeks. And so he is somebody that I would definitely reach out and try to pick up, because I think that he's going to be used a ton into that offense when you're talking about playoff weeks 15, 16, 17, right? Yeah, 15, 16, 17. Now that they've extended the week, everything else is just a little bit more confusing. So that's what I would recommend. Start looking at some of these players that haven't performed as well. Like these are players, even like Antonio Brown, or not Antonio Brown. I just said Antonio. AJ Brown. He's a guy that I think will do much better in the upcoming weeks. This is such an important time when it comes to fantasy. It really is. And so right now you can kind of see that the waivers are kind of probably pretty weak, pretty thin. And so it's going to be important to see these injuries and keep a track on some of these injuries. I mean, Fields, he was out. Allen Robinson was out. Jamal Agnew now out for the year. Dan Arnold not getting a target, Eric Ebron potentially being hurt, and now Pat Freiermuth, who looked like he was going to take a dip, but now actually might be back to his previous status of being a low-end tight end one. These are all important weeks, and know that maybe this is. I'm getting to the point where I might have a week bye, whatever that is. So 15. I might have a week 15 bye, and I might be 2 games. I think I'm going to be what, 8-3, 8-3 in my division. Yeah, I think the next team might be 6-5. In my division, we do divisions and stuff. So I can already start looking for playoff schedules, defenses, if you have played defenses, or even streaming just what kind of roster do you want in the playoffs. These are very important things in the upcoming weeks to prepare yourself. Yeah, you don't want to start losing games now, but you can start preparing yourself, getting the handcuffs, getting, like I have Jonathan Taylor. Hines is important. Even though that Hines isn't going to be amazing, he is still going to at least give you a little bit of the kind of backup. I have Antonio Gibson in the league. J.D. McKissick, super important. Darrell Henderson, Sony Michel, important. These are like Clyde Edwards-Helaire's back. Darrell Williams is and most people that have Clyde Edwards-Helaire probably not in the class anyways. Kamara, Ingram, like the important handcuffs at this point. You need to start getting your players because Zeke potentially hurt. Now, if you had Pollard, you're fine. If you don't have Pollard, you are panicking like madness right now. And so you cannot start. You can't. Najee Harris gets hurt, concussed potentially. And so, well, he came back, so maybe he didn't get concussed. But you need to get the backup. And so you have to start worrying and start getting prepared as a good team for the playoffs. And if you're in Dynasty, same thing. You need to start making these moves. We already had one trade deadline pass. We still have some trade deadlines to go. And so you need to start making these moves that will continue to push yourself into these little matchup wins that can help you at least get your chances from, instead of a 50-50 matchup, you can get to that 70-30 matchup. If you can get to that, of course, you're going to win more often, 70-30. And that's going to just get you better chances of getting those championships, which we're all about. All right? Remember about the Swift jersey. I don't want the Swift jersey in my possession for super long, so let's get some subscribers here. All right, peace out. Take care.